in Marlowe's Jew of Malta, and between Shylock and Jessica in The Merchant of Venice. By and large, the popes were as generous to the Jews as could be expected of men who honored Christ as the Messiah and resented the Jewish belief that the Messiah had not yet come. In establishing the Inquisition, the popes exempted unconverted Jews from its jurisdiction. It could summon such Jews only for attacks on Christianity or for attempts to convert a Christian to Judaism. Jews who never ceased professing Judaism were, on the whole, left undisturbed by the Church, though not by the state or the populace. Several popes issued bulls aiming to mitigate popular hostility. Pope Clement VI labored in this regard and made papal Avignon a merciful haven for Jews fleeing from the predatory government of France. Martin V, in 1419, proclaimed to the Catholic world, "Whereas the Jews are made in the image of God, and a remnant will one day be saved, and whereas they have besought our protection, following in the footsteps of our predecessors, we command that they not be molested in their synagogues, that their laws, rites, and customs be not assailed, and that they be not baptized by force, constrained to observe Christian festivals, nor to wear new badges, and that they be not hindered in their business relations with Christians." Eugenius IV and Nicholas, as we shall see, issued repressive legislation, but for the rest, says Gretz, among the masters of Italy, the popes were most friendly to the Jews. Several of them, Alexander VI, Julius II, Leo X, ignoring old decrees, entrusted their lives to Jewish physicians. Contemporary Jewish writers celebrated gratefully the security enjoyed by their people under the Medici popes, and one of them called Clement VII the gracious friend of Israel. Says a learned Jewish historian, "This was the heyday of the Renaissance period, and a succession of cultured, polished, luxurious, worldly-wise popes in Rome regarded the promotion of culture as being as important a part of their function as the forwarding of the religious interests of the Catholic Church. They tended, therefore, from the middle of the 15th century onward, to overlook inconvenient details of canon law, and to show a wide tolerance for those who were not Catholic. The Jewish loan bankers constituted an integral part of the economic machinery of their dominions, while as broad-minded men of the world they appreciated the conversation of Jewish physicians and others with whom they came into contact. Hence the persecutory regulations that had been elaborated by the Fathers of the Church and codified by the Third and Fourth Lateran Councils were almost entirely neglected by them. With this example before their eyes, the other Italian princes, the Medici of Florence, the Estensi of Ferrara, the Gonzaga of Mantua, acted in much the same fashion. Though they were disturbed by occasional interludes of violence or fanaticism, as, for example, when Savonarola obtained control of Florence in 1497, the Jews mixed with their neighbors and shared in their life to a degree that was almost unexampled. They played a distinct part in certain respects of the Renaissance. They mirrored it in their own lives and in their literary activities in the Hebrew tongue. They made important contributions to philosophy, music, and the theater. They were familiar figures in many of the Italian courts.